Wow-wee. Jeepers.
Welcome to the comics. Alright. I did not go through all these yet. There's still a big pile. There's some in here and there's some in this box that I have not looked up, but we're going to go through them together. I mean, my stepdaughters went through and looked at them all. So, and this pile I'll show you last, because that's the pile that some's priced and some, I don't know what the price is. These are all going to be probably like $1 because they're trashed, and I'll probably end up doing a deal on them if somebody wants them all. There's a Cubber Felix. There's a Henry that's beat. There's Uncle Scrooge. Just like I said, these are all like the 50s. This one is 55. It's just fairly early because a lot of them have been 52, 51. Walt Disney's Donald Duck. Now some of these are 4 colors, which a lot of people don't call them that anymore. Like this one, it's Little Scouts, but it's Dell, and up here in the corner it says 462. That's its 4-color number. Because they did all the movie comics for a while, and then something worked out. They got their own series, like Walt Disney Comics and Stories originally started in Dell. Well, they were in Dell 4-color. I'm not sure if they had their own issues before that now. I can't remember. Yeah, this is Little Scouts number 462, but it's actually a Dell 4-color. Here's another one. These are, like I said, will be like $1 because they're rough. Walt Disney Comics and Stories. Some of these I always have to watch because they could have Carl Barks. I think this was in here because some of these I'm pretty sure are missing pages. Especially these giants or whatever. That's not a giant though. Champing, Gene Autry's horse. These are both kind of rough. So they're going to be $1. Red Ryder comic. That's rough. There's a lot of Roy Rogers, but these were not just stuck to each other. This one. And there's a Jigs magazine. I didn't even look it up because it was so rough, and I think it's missing some pages. Goofy Comics, New Funnies, which featured Woody Woodpecker. They're rough, but I think they might be complete. So if somebody wants a nice old 50s comic, which is, that's not that old, is it? How old's that now? 70-some years old. These are going to be like $2 just because of what they are. They're on the edge. I paid a lot for these comics, but personally, I would like, if I'm doing something especially like comics that I have to go through and look them up, I expect to get 3 times my money back at least when I'm all done. And it gets tough because I'm doing eBay. I mean, I will sell some of them at this flea market, but like that one, oh, you'll see. There's another Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. These are both early. I think this might be a Carl Barks. No, I have it separate. Anyway, I think I looked all these up, so they ended up in the $2 pile. There's another one, number whatever. Number 3. It's actually volume 11, number 3, so the actual number is 123. And this is a Porky Pig Desert Adventure. I like the cover. Pink elephant and a weird dragon. It is a number Dell 277 is what that would be. I'm pretty sure that's not a Porky Pig series. Carl Anderson's Henry again. That's a little better than the other one. Gangbusters. Tootsie Rolls. Flash LaRue Western. It's rough. Treasure Island. Gene Autry's Champney again. These ones are a little nicer than the other ones, so I put them in a $2 stack. These even line up. I'm not going too far. I'm not zoomed in today, so hopefully you can see what the heck I'm showing you. Roy Rogers again. There's a lot. There's probably another over a dozen, probably 20 some Roy Rogers left to look at. These ones. This is definitely going to be its own video. I'm sure it is. Alright, so there's all the ones I went through that made into the $1 and $3 or $2 pile. These I haven't looked up yet. Daisy Duke's Diary. I'm assuming none of these will be very good. Now this one might have some value, but like I said, I have to really check the page content if you're going to get a lot of money. This better still be recording. It is. Thank you, batteries. Walt Disney Donald Duck Golden Helmet. That's a pretty cool looking issue. Here's another Goofy comic. I think I'm just going to go ahead and throw that right down here. I'm not even going to look it up. Maybe somebody will get a deal because it's all, a lot of times like that Beagle Boys, the other ones around that ain't worth as much as the Beagle Boys makes it worth. But funnies, if you ever look them up and try to price them, it's tough because some guy might get, for one that looks worse than the one that sold for $5. He might get $50. Yeah. Kathy. I haven't looked these up yet. Like I said, they were in a separate box. This is number 3. This could be an Archie spinoff or not Archie spinoff. I was hoping to find some romance comics, but there was none in here. I bid against an Amish guy. I don't know if he was buying for his kid or not, but I wanted them, and I was getting them. So I spent quite a bit. And they're usually the most competition at the auction is usually the Amish, especially on anything like this stuff. Donald Duck or Westerns, that stuff. Even I had them outbid me on some Batmans and stuff once. It sucked. They went to like, I ran them up to like $180 or in the comics. And they were probably worth it. There was probably some good issues, but it was in that downtime where I just got out of the comic store, I think, and I didn't know how many I want. I wasn't really doing. I don't think I was doing the flea market, so I didn't know if I wanted to deal with the books. They weren't selling on eBay for enough to mess with. This is one that's definitely got loose pages, so I don't know if it's complete. That's Walt Disney's Picnic Party. It's another Dell Giant 4-color. It's probably from the 50s. It's too bad it's so rough. 1955. Number 6. Felix the Cat. There's actually a Felix the Cat without a cover. I don't know if that's... it doesn't belong to this one. This was number 33. And Popeye. A Dell one. Is that a giant or is it Popeye? Let's see. Cover art by Bud Slender or Sagendorf. Huh, right down there. You don't see a lot of comics back in the day that have the person's signature, the artist, right on the cover. This and the Red Rider guy, his are on the cover. Like even Carl Barks, you don't see his thing on there. But there you go. It's number 7, Volume 1, 1949. So even though that's a little rough, that might be a good comic. That's why it was set off to the side. If I look it up after I'm done filming this, I'll put the price up here on it. What the average. I'm not saying I'll put probably the price that one's worth. Or if it's crap, you won't see any price. Alright, I guess we're going to go with these since they're closer. We got Chip and Dale. I'm not sure if that's its own issue or not. It might be a Dell 4-color. Oh wait, I can tell automatically. It's a Dell 4-color. It's 517. Looney Tunes, which could also be a Dell 4-color, but they have it's Looney Tunes Merry Melodies, number 128. But I could have got mint copies back in the 80s up in Michigan because a comic shop up there had them laid out. There was a shop that didn't bag anything, but they bought a whole collection. I may have said this on here before, but they bought a whole collection. They got all these, like, the great superhero stuff, so that this stuff was trashed to them, and they just wanted it out. It wasn't worth them keeping it, so they were, like, selling mint 1950s, 40s funnies for, like, $2. I think they were $2 each, and probably if you would have gave them a deal, they probably would have gave a deal and sold them for $1 if you took them all. And they were nice. I bought a few of them. I don't know if I didn't have a lot of money at the time, that time I went up there. And I think the next time I went, but we didn't go very many places. That got me into collectibles was Dave's Comics and Collectibles, and up in, I don't know if that was in Detroit or near Ann Arbor, Michigan, where we used to go all the time. Anyway, there's another Merry Melodies one. Look them up. This one is a little light. I'm assuming it's missing some pages. Yeah, because those are a lot thicker. Here's another one a lot thicker. It's definitely, that's nice. That's an older looking one. Here's 10 cents. Everything I got was a 10-cent comic unless it was a thick book for a quarter. This is number 120, 1951. Uncle Scrooge and the Klondike. Some of these used to be good. I remember they'd reprint these later on, like especially this might be a Dell 4-color, but then it became when Uncle Scrooge got his own comic, they would repeat some of these stories in those books. This was $4.56, so it's definitely a 4-color. But it looks a little light, it's rough, but a lot of these, sometimes Carl Barks did these, so there's a chance that it could have Carl Barks art, and even though it's rough, will have some value. Tom and Jerry. Yeah, these comics were getting worse because they were in one big fat box that was too wide for them, and half of them had been already pushed down sideways, and then people were just going through them and shoving. There was a little Amish kid reading them, and I don't think he hurt them as bad as the other people looking through them. But this Sad Sack's rough. I'm not even going to look. Well, see if there's a number on it, because oh, it's the 6th fun-packed issue. I guess I'll look it up. That's pretty early for a sad sack, but I used to read him. I had some of him in the 60s. Another black mold Popeye. Ooh, that is nasty. I don't like black mold. I'm not sure why. The taste isn't as good as it used to be. I'm going to see what number this is, though, 'cause it's probably worth big money since it's nasty. Unfortunately, that part of the cover... Oh, wait, right here. No, March 3rd. No, that's not it. That part of the cover is missing inside where the info is. Sorry, Papa. You're going outside, Papa. Don't need no black mold any more than's already on the rest of this crap. Uh-oh, my stepdaughter forgot her eggs out in my van. Peanut butter Easter eggs they were selling. So all these need to be checked. And now, I got one more comics and stories that could be Carl Barks. It's just mine. I haven't looked it up yet. Like Scotch tape. What is that? Free snap packs. Scotch tape, cellophane tape. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm assuming this might be... Oh, wait, what did I do with that book? I said I'd look that one up. Oh, sorry. You probably won't see it. You didn't see a total or a price. This was 1957, number 199. So I doubt. That's pretty late. It could have Carl Barks, but I don't know. I can't remember all that stuff now, what had Carl Barks or what didn't have Carl Barks. And here, hold on. There's a few left. These are most, I think, all westerns. I think I sorted them. Let's get rid of that bag. Get rid of paper towels. Get rid of these Annie and Weirdo, that bald guy. Tom Mix westerns, number 34. Feels a little light. Could be that light though. Number 9 of Straight Arrow, also rough. Tim Holt. How's that? I should have probably checked how good I'm holding up. You'll have to forgive me for how bad it is. Charles Starrett, Durango Kid, a little rough. I'm assuming a lot of this stuff's going to be in the cheap piles, so, unless there's something really scarce or something in here. Was that Tim Holt again? As Red Mask. Oh, that's cool. I forgot he was Red Mask. Gene Autry, a lot of silverfish eating on that, on the edges, and holy, a little thin. I can almost see, I can see what's on the other side. What's it say? Cowboy clothes. Stop. Another Gene Autry. Who's on the back here? Ralph Kiner. Gene Autry. Phil Rizzuto. A little grubby on the back of that sucker. Gene Autry fishing. That's what everybody's cowboy hero should be doing. Preacher Rowe. I don't know who that was. I can't remember. I wasn't into baseball that much. I just knew the ones from when I was a kid because, you know, they were famous. Number 67, 1952. Well, here's some old classics. Illustrated. It's, King Solomon's Mines, number 97. That's how you, that's nasty. That's probably just going to go in my $2 pile. I don't care what it is. But those are hard to tell the printing of. You have to look at the thing on the back at the list, and that's how you figure out, because the list will have the whatever the last thing listed that you can order. That gives them an idea of when that issue, that particular printing came out. If it's way up in the list, it's probably been printed several times. Rex Allen. Roy Rogers. Like I said, these are all half, like, they're not great, so unless there's something special about one, they're not going to be worth a lot. They'll be in my cheap stuff. I know they're 10-cent comics and it's hard to take it, but that's just the facts of life. They're not that rare in rough condition as they are in not in nice condition. There you go. Roy Rogers. I didn't look these up, so you just have to just there's no date, and I'm not going to look them up. They're all early. They're all going to be from probably early 50s, 1950. What issue number? Oh, volume 1, number 33. There could be, if I get lucky and find one that's from the first series and close to the number 1, that could be, that's rough. All these are probably just going to be cheap dollar stuff, and be lucky to get that. If somebody will take them off my hands, I'll probably give them a package deal. But I gotta still keep in mind what I'm selling these for, so I can make my profits. Roy Rogers, hands feel grubby. Another bad Roy Rogers. See, this should just probably go in the junk pile. It's not gonna be any good. Oh, it's an early one too. Number 16, 1949. That's for a volume 1. Let's see what this one is. I'd say this is newer, but it's got a lot of, you can see the silverfish. I love that book. Num num num. Number 55, 1952. Let's see what this one is. Is this taking too long? It'll be over soon. It's okay. Number 85, 50s. They're all 50s. I think that one's later though. 55 maybe. That's a nice shape, better shape. 1950, number 35. At least it's not so eaten up. Prize Western. Dusty Ballou. I don't know who that is. Here's a few from the same guy. This one's pretty rough. Gabby Hayes. Remember Gabby Hayes? Which one was he partners with? Not Hopalong, right? I think maybe, was it Roy? Or was it Gene Autry? I thought Roy just had his wife. Did I show this one? Has a big bad folded corner. These could be, if they're not worth much, which I'm figuring they're not. Like this one's even worse. This was a Giving Up Community Chest. Huh, I don't know what that's for. It's not a sticker. Number 13. Really rough. That one's 46 and 14. They're both, all of them are rough. Monty Hale Westerns with Mickey Mouse Wheaties on the back with Donald Duck. Wow, cool. Let's see, what year is it? Number 63, 1951. Monty Hale Westerns. Monty Hale Westerns. A little rougher. It's a little nicer. Monty Hale. Probably no number 1. Number 72 and number 67. More Gene Autry. Which one's this one? Number 42, 1950. Gene Autry. Got some boots? Got some new boots, Gene? You bought some boots? You like your boots, Gene? I just watched Family Guy the other day when Stewie's picking on Brian about his book. Write that novel yet? Number 59, 1952, Gene Autry. Oh, I made fun of his boots. You've seen the cover. This one's grubby, eaten on the back. Hopalong Cassidy, that was my favorite guy when I was a kid. William Boyd, the real deal. He didn't sing either. Number 11, volume 11, number 62, 1951. That's a nice old Looney Tunes, but it's bad shape. What year is this one? I bet you it's a good one too. Look at the classic style art for them guys. That's the style. The old style. Look how cool that Bugs Bunny looks. They didn't streamline them yet to his newer image. 1947, number 67. It's too bad it's so rough because it's probably worth very little. Western Hero. Sell your seeds, make a living. Monty Hale, Gabby Hayes, Tom Mix, and Bill Boyd. Hey, what's that Bill Boyd guy? Is that a William Boyd? Treasure Chest. Red Grange. How's that looking? Number 11, 1952. I did not look that up. That could be good. It's a really off-brand comic, but at least it still had color. I don't understand why the independents are always black and white in the 70s. That can be very, yeah, I don't know, that's that fun and fact thing, isn't it? Isn't there like games in this or something? Oh, it's a religious comic, that's why. Long Ranger, really rough. Long Ranger, not as rough. This is another, I don't know if this is a Del 4 color or the Ranger. I don't see a big number, so it's probably the Long Ranger. Number 41, 1951. This really bad one's, I think, was worth something, but it's so trash. Number 15, 1949. Rocky Lane. You remember Rocky Lane? I don't. I've heard of them, but I've seen the comic before. Most of the comics I've seen I've forgotten about over the years. Volume 2, number 12, 1950. Little kid's got a gun on the adult. Good way to get shot, buddy. You'll shoot your eye out. Oh, that's not a Red Ryder. Oh, there's the Red Ryder right there. How do you like that? It has a scope on it. Wow. Another Rocky Lane with another Daisy ad on the back. The Red Ryder on the back. Huh? Pretty rough. What year were these things? Ooh, Blackjack Shabak. No, how his course was called Blackjack. Number 19, 1950. Tarzan. It's really been eaten up by the silverfish. They like the Tarzan meat. Number 33, 1952. Another really beat up Long Ranger. These are probably good. That's why they're so beat up. Another Long Ranger. What year is this one? Like I said, if these don't book for much, they're going to be in my dollar stack probably. This was number 7. Oh, man, that could have some good value. King Features Comics. A plastic cover there. Hi-Ho Silver! Tom Mix. Daisy. Boy, Daisy had a lot. I remember Daisy had ads on everything back in the day, man. Mountainside Terror. Number 36. I do not see the, ooh, they sell Incarnation. It's 1950, number 36. And Crack Western. Crack! Probably number 68. Arizona Rains, Frontier Marshal, Two Gun Lil, and Dead Canyon Days. 1950. And guess what? That's it. Oh, the good ones. The ones I went through. I almost forgot. This one. I might have showed it earlier. I can't remember now. There's a piece falling out. I'm just going to throw it away. It's not from this book, I don't think. The staples are kind of bad. This is the Beagle Boys. Let's see. It's not much of one. It's kind of like that Wolverine cameo that's in the Hulk number 180. Not much to it, but it's still worth a lot of money. I used to have a lot of copies of the first Wolverine. You know, the one he first, the special. Was it the special? This was volume 12, number 2, 1951, which is actually number 134. I'm looking for the Beagle Boys, not anything else. See, they rob his place. I thought that wasn't the end, but I don't know. There's nothing else in here that continues it. Because Scrooge is beating him up and going after Donald, the Beagle Boys, the Beastie Boys. The first Beastie Boys appearance. Here, can you see it? Huh? That cover's awesome. I don't think there's any Carl Barks in this one, though. I'm probably not going to take the other ones out of the bags because I don't want to snag them trying to stick them back in. Alright, we got this. This is a comic that must be pretty scarce. There's only 2 listed. One's signed on eBay and the other one's just looks a little rough and they will have $100 or something, or $200. I don't know, but it's Jetta, and it's that I showed it earlier. It has the guy that did DiCarlo that did Archie's. So this is a futuristic one with Archie looking characters in it. This is number 6. I think these are very scarce. I'm going to just list it. I'm thinking about listing it for $10 and take a shot that hopefully it's a good way to get $10. I don't know because of that label. Probably if somebody did enough care, they might get some more of it off, but it's definitely has taken some of the color off where it was tore off before. So I don't know. See, somebody put it was an ad for a store. Probably some jerks like Coors, Cone, what is that store? I don't know what store it is. Erie, PA. But she had a cool dress like Archie girls, and you can't see hardly any of it because it's underneath her. I don't think I could wet that and heat it and easily move some of that off there. I don't even know if I want to mess with it. I mean, it's not like I'm going to hurt it too bad by attempting to fix a little, just a tiny, tiny little bit. Alright, we got some Red Riders, which I don't think these are worth a lot, but they're in fairly nice shape, so I'm going to double check the value on them before I dump them. And this one's the best one. Very nice cover. See, this another guy, his signature's right there. It's Fred Harmon. But that's in really nice shape, and it's number, oh shoot, it's not on the cover, of course it isn't. It's got its issues just like the other, but it's complete, and it's only number 81, so it's just, I love that cover on it though. I love that's the best covers they put on the Red Riders. I think these other ones are earlier. Unless these aren't. Yeah, they're probably Red Riders. Number 99, 1951. So they must have changed the cover style to make it look like the guy that was playing them on TV at the time, which they used to do that a lot. Because I think the Star Trek comics, the gold keys are worth more if they have the real guys on the front. Because then they started putting them just in the hole. Because I think the comics kept going on, and after they were off TV, they probably didn't want to put them on the cover and would have to pay Leonard Nimoy in them for their face. Those two copies, those, like I said, I don't know what they're going to be worth. I put $5 on this Walt Disney. I think it's a Carl Barks, but it's rolled pretty bad. I'm assuming just some of the small one-page paneled comics is his stuff, because Walt Disney has some in here, but they're like, if you look at the fine print, they're all from the 40s. Disney, I don't think, was doing anything after the 50s as far as comic strips. And then Mickey's Frontierland, I put $5 on because it's rolled pretty bad. That's not the one. Oh yeah, this one's Carl Barks. Yeah, it may be worth more. I may be giving it away for $5. I mean, you don't even see this stuff. Oh, this is one of the better. This might be the better of the Red Riders. It's number 93, 1951. It still has a cool cover. And then this one I put $5 on. It would be nice. It's got a smudge up there, some booger. Davy Crockett. It's a 4-color, number 631. Little Miss Sunbeam, which is Sunbeam Brad. Now they're selling it as an average or a promo, but the only thing is it's got a 10-cent price. So I don't know if it was a regular promo or not. It wouldn't have been a promo if it has 10 cents on it. Now they could have, maybe they put them on the stand in the aisle, or Sunbeam Brad, or who knows. 1951, number 4. And then we got another $5 Red Rider. That's why I think those other two will probably be $5. I put 10 on this Hopalong Cassidy. It's a fairly good issue. It's number 65, 52. The Mark of Guilt. I don't know who did the comic or the art in this. Cash contest in this issue. And finally, this other Long Ranger. I have $5 on it. It's a number 23. So now, a couple of these I'm probably going to double check just in case. And like I said, I still got all these other ones I got to look up. I don't see a lot of expensive stuff, so I don't know if my profit's going to pan out. Depends a lot on Jetta, and like I said, I still have those two Red Riders I think are worth something because the condition's nice. But I'm probably going to not list them. I'm going to take them probably to Erie and hopefully sell them to somebody. So anyway, like I said, I don't know if this ended up on the main video or not, so hopefully I have an ending to use, because I'm not going to have an ending. Oh wait, thanks for watching this video. I'll just cut this part off. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed looking at the comics, and leave me a comment. Tell me how you liked it. Maybe a like. If you're interested in them, maybe we can make a deal. I did not get the post office box yet. I'm going to maybe do it tomorrow. They were real busy, and I had like 9 things to mail today, which I taped in the van, but that all got lost. Oh, it didn't get lost. I deleted it because it was in that compact mode and it looked terrible. I couldn't even see what was going on. So, there you go. I should have saved it just for outtakes, I guess. I could have used it for credits. Hate to waste. Waste not, want not, So there you go. Thanks for listening to me ramble as usual. And have a good one. I'm going to attempt to remove some of this without ruining the cover underneath. See, someone probably tried to censor because it's in a negligee. Probably was too racy. He did this before Archie's, and there was only 3 issues featuring this character. Anyway, I chipped off a little bit up there, and that looks pretty good. So I'm going to take a still photo and then compare it when I'm done, or in stages. Well, there it is. I think I'm done, but there is one more thing I may do. Gotta really carefully, colors will come off. Down at the bottom area, that was the worst part, and there's still some residue, but that green is so sensitive that you lose. I don't think it's worth messing with. Luckily, her top was darker green. That seemed to hold out. Red's another one, but the sticker itself, you can see where the original person took it off, and it left streaks across where it took the color off. And there were some dig marks already in the old sticker, so I can see some of them on her. I probably created a few. Worst part is I tried a trick from a Comic Pro on this cover, and you can see a slight discoloration in her arm now because of my attempt to use their I have Goo Gone, or whatever, that crap that stinks. It's basically lighter fluid. Neither of them are good for this. Newer covers, you can probably get away with using it, but I've tried it on records. They say it's so great for records. It's not. But anyway, there's another trick that used to take the wax off playing cards, or trading cards, non-sport, or because of the old gum, or not the gum, literally, it was the wax that they sealed the pack. If it's on the front of the card, you take a piece of nylon, like stockings, and you rub it, and you keep turning it over, and that nylon collects up that wax and it'll remove it. A shirt will also work, especially like a polyester half and half shirt. I think I've used them before. It just depends on how much wax, and you have to be patient. Lay it on a flat, hard surface so you're not bending it, and don't dig into the card. Just slowly take and rub it off, and it'll come off. Sometimes the backs you can do it too, but most backs were that cheap cardboard, so that even if you get the wax off, there's still probably going to be a stain into it. And if the gum's eating into the deck, you're not going to get nothing on it. Anyway, so that'll do it. I hope you enjoyed the comic video and my attempt not to completely ruin this comic. Oh, I forgot to say the stocking fan, I'm going to try it on that leftover sticker, hoping that it'll do the same effect it did for the wax, but I don't have any hopes of that really working.